What's happening, YouTube? 3 straight days of 3 things about NFL, and this was a good one. Who was better, prime Marvin Harrison Sr. or Michael Irvin? Stat wise, it's Marvin Harrison Sr. Michael Irvin is a strange anomaly because he was clutch and he was instrumental to the Dallas Cowboys, and he was the balance of Troy Aikman and Emmitt Smith, and he was the engine that could go. But when you look at Marvin Harrison's touchdown totals compared to Irvin, it dwarfs him. It's way ahead. And the chemistry between him and Peyton Manning. Now the interesting thing is they still had Adrian James, they had Marshall Faulk, they had a running game, and they had all the offensive firepower that Dallas had firepower. Emmitt Smith was more obviously as the running back, the all-time leader in rushing. But it's not like, well, I know Peyton Manning was a better quarterback than Troy Aikman. So that's kind of where you go with this. But Marvin Harrison Sr.'s numbers are he ran a pretty different route, whereas Michael Irvin had big plays. I think because Harrison Sr. was in 2 Super Bowls, Irvin went to 3, and he won 2 more than Harrison Sr. But if we're going by individual play, it's Marvin Harrison Sr. It's not even close statistically, even though Michael Irvin is kind of an interesting situation because Michael Irvin was kind of like part John Stallworth with big clutch plays, and he was the main dude. But he also was like Lynn Swann, where he made these incredible catches, and it because of who he played with, the hype he had. He was successful in college with the University of Miami, and he's a great receiver. It's just that when you put that up against Marvin Harrison Sr., it kind of dwarfs it. It's kind of like, it's not quite like in the same ball field. It's kind of hard to kind of put this in perspective because, well, maybe it isn't. It's kind of like how I look at Troy Aikman because he got 3 Super Bowl wins and he had what you call a great career. But when I put him up against what Patrick Mahomes has done, Mahomes towers over him. If I put him up against even one more ring than Peyton Manning towers over him. So there's guys who, because of who they played for, the stage, and the way they won, but they weren't dominant necessarily with the numbers. It wasn't like an avalanche where you're sitting there going, wow, I was blown away by that. And I think that's one of the reasons why it's kind of hard to, when you're putting them in that category. So you have to kind of compartmentalize. But anyway, it makes for an interesting debate, because I've only seen Skip Bayless that said that Michael Irvin was the greatest receiver and he had him over Jerry Rice, which most people won't say that publicly or privately. But they will say top 10. But then again, where he fit, because compared to Marvin Harrison Sr., he's not better than Marvin Harrison.